Adam Taxon, main administrator for the Daily Beck page on Facebook. There was an interesting discussion, I guess it was yesterday, May 16th, 2012, on the Glenn Beck program, I think during the second hour, toward the beginning of the second hour, about Elizabeth Warren. Now, yeah, there's a lot of jokes about Elizabeth Warren, for good reason. Pocahontas, that name is going around. I actually prefer Taxajawea and Sitting Bull manure, or whatever other term you want to use for her, and I'm barely scratching the surfaces. Obviously, we're talking about the Native American thing, but it led to a very interesting discussion on the Glenn Beck program at various times, but here is a segment that I think will provoke some intelligent thought about the implications, about whether the truth matters, and obviously there's some satire coming up about what makes one a member of a certain race, and it's obviously satirical, but enjoy it. I may have some commentary later on this too.
Does the truth even matter? Elizabeth Warren is a great example of this. Barack Obama is just changing history. We told you that when the Tea Party, the year the Tea Party had the March on Washington, somehow or another, it didn't make Time magazine for the events and pictures of the year. That wasn't important enough. That's incredible. They're changing history in real time. But they're also doing something else. If you call them out, they don't care. They don't care. They'll just keep going. Because what do you get down to? It's he said, she said. Elizabeth, you're not a Native American. Yep, yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. No, you're not. There's no evidence of it. Now, here's the latest on Elizabeth Warren. The latest on Elizabeth Warren is that she was named Harvard's first woman of color. She's
it's an amazing honor. I know. I know what you're saying.
She's white.
Mm-hmm.
How insulting is that of people of color? How insulting? Are you saying it's like, for instance, Bill Clinton is our first black president? No, he's not. He's white. I don't know if you noticed that. He's white. Maybe you should adjust the color on your screen. He's a white guy. Well, yeah, I know, but he's as close as you're ever going to get. No, wait 8 years. You'll actually have an African American president. Wait 8 years. President Obama is our first gay president. He's not gay. He's not gay. He's not our first gay president.
Yeah, it really is insulting. It's like saying, hey, gay people, you're never going to get a real gay president, obviously.
He's the first one.
He's the first
we'll
real
count him. He's good enough.
Don't worry about it.
That's crazy talk.
It's insulting.
It's really insulting. So now here's Elizabeth Warren. She gets the Harvard First Woman of Color Award. She's white. You want to talk about the white man keeping the black man down. You want to talk about a perversion of the system. You want to talk about how you oppress the Native Americans. Yeah, let's just let's make her a Native American and hold her up. Look at how this Native American made it. God bless her. She's so great. How'd she make it with all the Native Americanness of her? How did she really? Seriously, all the feathers and the, I'm sure when she was in school, she used to say, how? How did she make it? Asking things like, how? How did she do it? Don't point out that she was asking the question and not using that as a greeting. She's a Native American. She's Harvard's first woman of color. I love this story because it shows us how insane our society has become and how insane the elite, how the media has gone insane, and how the elite in our institutions. You can't even teach the truth. Currently, there was nobody at Harvard or Fordham that looked at that and said, okay, she's not colored. She has no color in her. It's are we naming her because she's a little kind of off pasty white pinkish? Is that the color that we're looking for? Because she's not a Native American. Nobody leaned into somebody else as she was accepting the award and went, "What the hell color are we saying that she is? What is her hair?"
It had to have happened.
Yeah. And nobody said anything. We just find out. How long has this story been out? We just find out now. This story's been out for 2 weeks That she won the Fordham Law Review is now saying Elizabeth Warren was Harvard's first woman of color. How long has this story been out? And nobody says anything. It's incredible. Our world is insane. Our media is absolutely incompetent. They are in on it. And our institutions are crazy. Why are you writing a check to an institution to teach your children when they can't even figure out Elizabeth Warren's not the first woman of color?
And while the university elite is sitting back and criticizing conservatives about being against diversity, they're giving awards to Elizabeth Warren for being a woman of color.
They're giving diversity awards to somebody who's not diverse.
It's unbelievable.
It's so insulting. Can you imagine? Stu, by the way, Stu is our first African American co-host here on the program.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations for that, and we appreciate that. Or is it Jeffy? Jeffy, you're actually the African American because Stu, you're the guy. You're actually Mexican.
I am Mexican. Yes.
He's the first Mexican on the program.
I don't like to talk about it much. I've been put down.
You've been put down. Okay, Jeffy, and we'll get to you here in a second. But but Stu, You've actually how long have you known that you've been Mexican?
Oh, wow. Going back into family lore, it's probably been about 20 years.
How long have you spoke Spanish?
About 18 years.
About 18 years you've been speaking Spanish.
Yes.
And how did you first come across that you speak Spanish and that you have family history?
Well, you are what you eat, and I've been eating quite a bit of Mexican food over the past several decades.
And you were speaking Spanish just a little while ago.
I was at the Whataburger Drive-In. I said the word taquito, and now you probably don't understand that. What I just said?
Well, I'm not Mexican.
You're not Mexican.
But you are. You're our first Mexican host.
Right. And when I say taquito, it is, it's just too complicated to explain.
Is it like bread? Is it on bread? Is that what it is?
It's like a bread. It's a
bread
flat,
and egg
circular
sandwich, right?
bread. And
so it's like a bagel. I'm practically Jewish. I've been eating bagels my whole life. My father was a baker.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I understand the egg on a bagel thing. That's a circular kind of bread kind of thing, but not quite.
Yeah. See, my family lore, wasn't eating enough bagels, so I don't know what. What it means,
I'm a Jew, so you won't understand.
Okay.
You don't understand. Being a Mexican, but we're both minorities, so we can both hate white people.
Right. In fact, this is the first. If I'm not mistaken, the first minority-led talk show to ever rise to these heights in syndicated radio.
Oh yeah, no. Nobody has ever risen to this level. And Ben, with a Jewish host, a Mexican co-host or producer, and an African American producer,
and Pat is Icelandic, I believe.
I'm not sure about the Icelandic.
Okay, I could be wrong on that.
Yeah,
I don't want to.
He's gone today. He's doing some genealogy work.
Okay, good.
Deep.
He's looking into. He has 1/385th of himself that he can't identify.
Yeah,
and once he picks that out, he's going to get all sorts of luncheons.
He may be Native American.
Wow,
which would really put us. Last time you had this makeup on a show, you have to go back to radio and the Lone Ranger. Where you had Tonto, and you had, of course, the Lone Ranger, who was not white. A lot of people don't know this, but he was actually African. He was from Zimbabwe. Well, we don't get into all of that, but we can. Now would you
say that Tonto is actually more legitimately Native American than Elizabeth Warren?
No, that was a radio show.
Oh,
so here Elizabeth Warren is saying she's part 132nd part Cherokee, and we just have from BuzzFeed. We just have the top 7 or 8 statements, 7 awful moments from her. The first one is I listed myself in the directories that I hope that I might be invited to a luncheon, a group or something that might happen with people who are like I am.
Interestingly enough, luncheons, one of the places you serve taquitos.
Yes, but this is different.
Sorry,
this is more like a sweat lodge.
Oh, okay.
Powwow.
Okay.
And she smoke 'em peace pipe.
It's interesting you're using this language because it seems to. I think it's kind of come back here in a moment.
Okay, so she is. She said she hoped that she was going to be invited to a luncheon with people who are like I am. That's a quote from her. Well, she said that never happened, but she's lying because she didn't get a luncheon. She got a dinner. She was named Harvard's first woman of color.
That was Fordham.
So
was it Fordham's
No,
first?
Fordham is reporting it.
Getting so confused out of all of her accolades.
I know. Okay, so the number two statement that is just grotesque from her is, I don't really know more than that. We don't know more than what? That she has high cheekbones? Is that you're number three statement from BuzzFeed is, Native American has always been a part of my story. I guess since the day I was born. I don't know any other way to describe it. Number four, I'm proud of my Native American heritage. Number five, she says, as more evidence, my papow had high cheekbones like all the Indians do. Now, I don't think all the Indians find that offensive at all.
No.
That her papow.
No.
Number six, the genealogist found that Warren's ancestors may have actually helped round up the Native Americans for the Trail of Tears. So Papow was a killer, just an Indian killer. And here's my favorite. Here's my favorite one that most people don't even know. And I have to apologize to Elizabeth Warren. I didn't know she had this evidence in her family. This shows that she is a Native American, but she actually now has cited as evidence of her Native American ancestry, and I'm not kidding you, something that was published by her cousin, a family cookbook called Powwow Chow. And if you're watching on GBTV, there is the cover of Powwow Chow. Congratulations. I didn't know she had the Powwow Chow thing. She was holding that back. And she's like, when everybody starts to attack me, say I'm not Native American, I'm going to whip out Powwow Chow, done by my cousin. I mean, who else would write Powwow Chow?
It's the cookbook that ends all arguments.
And can I tell you something? The cookbook, if you look at it, it has really high cheekbones.
Well, that's like all Indians. That's how they all are. All Indians are like that. 100% of Indians have similar, almost identical cheekbones.
Right.
That's the way.
Well, all Indians are alike. It's kind of like all white people, typical white people.
We have like a reaction bred into you or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Like all white people, or the typical white people. It's a typical Indian thing.
Yeah, typical Indians have high cheekbones bred into them.
And the typical Indian wouldn't have a problem at all giving the award, saying first woman of color to somebody who isn't color. It's fantastic.
They wouldn't want or someone who's really a Native American to get that award. No, they don't care. They'd rather have Elizabeth Warren get it.
Well, this is coming from a Hispanic like you, so you would know.